Hello friends. I have spent today trying to get my studio kind of like rearranged and reorganized. I think it's gone well. I think for the most part it's gone pretty well. I've kind of had artist block. Yeah, haven't wanted to call it that really, but I think I do just need to call it what it is. I really have just had artist block lately. With digital art, but also especially with traditional art. I haven't done any traditional art in just the longest time. And I'm really feeling it, you know, like I'm really feeling discouraged about it. So I'm kind of trying to sort of rearrange the space and see if that helps me rearrange my brain a little bit. We'll see. Found this guy. I'm happy to have found him. He will definitely have a place of prominence in the room. Don't know what that will be yet, but I'm going to carry him around with me until we figure it out. But yeah, I'll give you guys a little studio tour when it's done, and I hope you like it. We'll see how it goes.
Hi friends. So for this little draw with me portion, we're trying something new and utterly terrifying. I had never used pastels before in my entire life, and why I decided to record my first time using pastels ever on camera, I don't know. But uh, this ended up being a really fun experience. I don't know why I had never really thought to use pastels before. They just never really called to me, but I had seen a lot of artists recently who just achieved this really dreamy texture with them, and we all know how I feel about texture, so naturally I really wanted to give it a try. These are not super nice pastels, I should clarify. They're pretty cheap because I wanted to get a feel for how I liked them before I indulged in something a little more expensive. But I loved the color selection that these came with, and I'll link it in the description if anybody else has wanted to give pastels a try. Um, but it's really interesting trying a new medium for the first time, and I haven't gotten to do that in a while. And I think what I always forget is that every every traditional media and digital as well, I think to an extent, but I notice it more with traditional media, um, is that traditional media always has an ugly stage. It kind of always has that stage where you don't really know what's going on and you don't feel like a professional artist anymore. You feel like you're 12 and and just furiously drawing with Crayola crayons on the floor. That's how it feels. And it's really difficult to kind of muscle through that stage, especially with new mediums. I don't know why that stage always just catches me off guard, but it does. And I always have to. It got me in a big way with this one, but I did. I muscled through, and I think in the past that's always really discouraged me from trying new mediums. Like I hit that ugly stage once. I'm just like, nope, and I wash my hands of it. But I muscled through it with this one. I was really proud, and it was a small thing that I drew, but I was really happy with it at the end. I felt like I wasn't incredibly far away from what I had wanted to make, which is pretty, you know, you don't always get that feeling that you were even remotely close to what you wanted to make in your head. So, it's a win that I'm happy to take, and pastel behaves so differently than any medium that I've used before. So, um, I was kind of luckily I was able to shelve my imposter syndrome and just enjoy the process a little bit and just be really interested in how these pastels layered and how the colors worked together. And um, I'm sure there's much more efficient ways of smudging it out than with my finger. My finger was so sore by the end of this, but I'm still learning. And please, please, for the love of God, feel free to put tips and tricks in the comments if you're watching this and just being like, oh my God, Ellie, don't kill your hand like that. Um, but it was really, really fun to just kind of forget that I didn't know what I was doing and to just get lost in something new. And I didn't realize how much I needed that feeling, It's a hard feeling to find sometimes, or maybe more specifically, it's a hard feeling to remember to look for. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. So I guess that's if you take anything away from this, that's my challenge to you is sometime this week if you can, my dog is being loud. I apologize. Ada, how dare you? That's my challenge to you this week. Is if you find the time to try something new and try to detach from wanting to be perfect at it. Don't be gracious with yourself. Don't be too upset if you start feeling those feelings. It's always good to just be patient with yourself above all. But if you find yourself in the opportunity to try something new, I highly recommend it.
So I know I said that I was going to just rearrange my office. What I am in fact doing is swapping my bedroom with my office. So this is going to be a much more labor intensive process than I initially thought. So wish me luck. So that is where my bed used to be. Now my whole desk is going to be moved over there. So I did the thing. I ended up swapping my office for my bedroom. I have no regrets, even though it was a terrible day. It was a horrible, horrible day. It looks so much better. It's just all of my desks are in one place, all of my work desks, and then my paint desk and my office desk where I fulfill orders and stuff like that is all in one place. It's so nice. I love having a room that is exclusively for sleeping and exclusively for me, and then having all of my work be here is just way healthier. So it's not 100% put together yet, but I can at least show you what I accomplished. I'm quite sore because I moved a queen size bed by myself instead of asking for help, which would have been the smart thing to do. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with how it looks. So I'll give you a little tour now.